Today I'm going to be making my own inner fender well splash guards out of a roll of sheet rubber for my 1995 GMC Suburban. I've been doing a lot of work to my truck lately, including installing an entire lift kit. And that meant these original inner fender well splash guards had to come out quite a few times. And well, if you take a look at them, they are in rough shape. If you look right up here where this clip goes, the hole is actually ripped open, so that's no good. And that's also like that on most of the other holes too. Then right here in the middle, we have this big rip. Overall, this is still a functioning splash guard and doesn't necessarily need to be replaced. But due to its condition and the simplicity of what it is, just a flat sheet of material, I thought I could make my own replacements that looked a lot better. And here's the material I came up with. You can see I have this original splash and dust guard laid over this new material. And if we take a look at them closely, we can see they are different types of material. This new material is a thick, pliable rubber, and this original material is more like a fibrous kind of paper-like product. Now obviously GM chose these materials wisely. These are just about 25 years old and have stood the test of time, but it is time to replace them. Now both the driver and passenger side are the exact same shape. If you put them up to each other, they match exactly. So all we have to do is use the good one as a template and trace it out. All right, we have our outline. I just used a pencil. It is kind of faint, but I could see it pretty good with my own eyes. Enough so that I can cut it out with a pair of scissors. So if you look at this corner here, I lined up the corner with the edge of the piece of rubber, but as we move along across the piece, you can see that it doesn't hold up completely flat. So I think what I'm going to do is actually just go ahead and leave this extra material here on the end. And if we look at where this material is going to sit, it won't matter in the slightest. All I have to do now is take my scissors and cut it out. You can see the cut with these scissors is very clean, so this is going to work out just fine. Okay, so we have it cut out. Here's the old one, and there's the new one. Perfect. You can see I left the extra little bit of material there in the middle, but also especially here on the end. Now all I have to do is get these holes cut out, and for that, what I'm going to use is a leather hole punch. I've already went ahead and tested this tool, and it works really well. The hole is a little smaller than the factory hole, but this is rubber and it stretches. So with this tool, there are various size punches. I'm going to set it to the largest one, and I'll go ahead and line up my hole and make the punch. Kind of ream it out just a little bit while I'm applying pressure. Make sure it cuts all the way through. And I should be able to just pull this piece right out. Just like that. Now here's one of the factory style push pins, and we'll see if it fits through the hole. Perfect. That looks great. All right, and I believe we have a final product. Here is the original, of course. And here's our new one, a perfectly cut out factory styled splash guard. All right, look at that. The finished product now installed, and it looks fantastic. Of course, this was cut directly off of the factory unit, so the fit is perfect. And actually, I would say even a little better, being that I left a little more material on the end of this side here. You can see it lines up with the actual fender well quite nicely. Well, overall, this is a very simple yet satisfying project, and I'm glad I did it. You can see this is what we started with, just how old and ratty it looks. And this is our final product. Much, much better. Now I just have to make one more for the driver's side, and I'm also gonna do this little splash guard there. Well, all right, I'm stoked with the results. This worked out better than I even thought it would. It looks great. It was super easy to do. I just traced out the original and cut it with scissors. This stuff seems bulletproof. I don't think I'm gonna have a problem with these things ever, and I think they're gonna look good for a long time to come. They're more black than the originals, and I think they're gonna look really good shined up with some fluid film or something like that. Well, I bet you're wondering where I got that material, and I had to go to the manufacturer, which coincidentally was just down the street from my house. I basically just Googled, where do you buy sheet rubber? and a couple of Google Maps results came up. I called them and went straight down there. I was able to buy this sheet of rubber for about 20 bucks. Doing a little more research, I was able to find a company online that makes an entire kit with the extra push pins to replace all 3 pieces for about $40. It doesn't seem like a bad deal at all. But hey, I was able to do this myself. I had some fun. I only paid 20 bucks for it, and I think it looks really good. So if you guys are completely missing your splash guards, maybe they're ripped or tore up or just look ugly like mine did, this is a really good option. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It really does help. Also, subscribe if you're not already. Well, I'm Jimmy. This is One Road, and I will see you in the next one.